Hey, my name is Lindsay Bailey, and I live in Thomasville, Georgia. I make lots and lots of banners. I teach classes to all ages, and I have a website where you can see all the things I make. I also host a blog where I post about once a month, and I have the cutest cat in the world named Rigby. In this tutorial, I will guide you through making your own felt funzie. I've been making these little ornaments for about 5 years now, and they are a great way to use up scrap felt. I like to think of them as tiny felt versions of modern paintings. The materials you need are scrap felt, thread, a needle, and fabric scissors. Feel free to push pause and catch up at any time. Post any questions you might have in the comments section below. Have fun! I love felt. It's one of my most favorite materials. It's soft yet sturdy, and it comes in the most exciting and bright colors. I have lots and lots of scrap felt left over from the banners that I make. So a few years ago, I decided to start making ornaments with the bits and pieces. The first thing I like to do is pick out colors and start cutting out shapes. I don't stress about what shapes to cut out. I just start randomly cutting, and I design the layout once everything has been cut out. You can see here that I have about 6 shapes in a sequin on the top layer of this funzie. The teal acts as the workspace, and the yellow is the backing and hanging device. I have chosen a darker teal for the background for the funzie I am making in this tutorial, and a dark blue color for my workspace. Now I start playing around with the shapes I've cut and start laying out things where I want them to go. Felt sticks to felt, so I don't really ever use pens during this process. Once everything is laid out the way that I want it to be, I start the sewing process. I double up the thread so that my stitch is strong and able to be seen clearly. I try and vary the types of stitches I do to create interest and diversity. Once I have finished sewing all of my shapes onto my workspace, I check that everything is secure. Sometimes I am really drawn to the chaotic backside where the threads cross over one another and there seems to be a bit of madness. Still sewing, making sure to get all the parts and pieces on. For the hanging device, I just make a simple loop out of felt that is usually in the same color as my backing. Basically, I just cut a strip of felt and gently bend it over so that it creates a nice loop. Then I tuck the loop behind my workspace, carefully, not pinning anything, and begin sewing across the top side, which secures my workspace to the background, sandwiching the loop in between the two surfaces. Once I have sewn around the entire perimeter of my workspace and thoroughly secured the backing, I cut off any stray threads and my felt funzie is good to go. Please let us know what you think and show us what you make by hashtagging madewithcakecrush on Instagram or Facebook. Hooray for things!